Dearly beloved, welcome to April 8th, Magic Mind Edition. I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I gave you all the big news that we have decided to sell a significant portion of Magic Kids, which has become a very, very exciting adventure these last five-ish weeks of getting all the things ready. So I actually have my first sales meeting later today. I can't say the name of who it is, but if it was this company that ended up purchasing Magic Kids from us, I would be as excited as I could possibly be. I couldn't imagine a better partner. So it's my first official sales meeting with all the things in place. Just wanted to show you some of the work that we've done in case you find yourself selling a company one day. So we made this fancy pitch deck in all the Magic Kids branding, really digging into who Magic Kids is, what we do, the problem we solve, kids 7+ hours a day, believe it or not, on screens, junk food entertainment, and it's hard to find values aligned content for parents and educators, and Magic Kids is the remedy. So the investment opportunity, IP driven growth, scalable business model, creative agency, movement driven brand, global network of artists, etc. And then just like our piece around what we're doing to raise empowered creators, which is the core mission of Magic Kids, the demand. So this is looking at the different industries. We got a bunch of numbers in the actual business plan and spreadsheets. How we make money. So we have 7 different ways that we can generate revenue, and some of those are active licensing, app subscriptions. The comedy ads have been proven. We've been proven to make money through retail and selling our books. And then our partnerships. So we've secured 6. We have 12 more in the queue that are all looking good. And this will bring Magic Kids to the world. And one of the big things about our business model is that a lot of people in business will look at industry competition, and so it's like we have to beat those guys. Whereas our strategy is unorthodox in the sense that we're actually aligning and partnering with those we would normally deem our competition. So in the actual business plan, I call them industry mirrors and allies because they're helping us to grow our audience, our revenue. They're helping our artists get paid. They're helping to leverage all the work that we've already done across many platforms. So this is kind of the IP that we'll be selling through Magic Kids. This is all the stuff that they'll get access to when they purchase the company or partner with us. We've got a 5-year growth plan inside of the business plan on how we're gonna continue to grow through leveraging a bunch of these different angles that we talked about before. And that we're not looking for investor, we're looking for a visionary partner. So, I'm not going to sell to just anybody. It's got to feel really rightly aligned, and then the call to action. So that is the pitch deck. That is the first kind of line that somebody would see if they were interested in partnering with Magic Kids. And then what we had to create, and I had zero experience with any of this stuff before, is we had to create this thing called a deal room. And so the deal room is where all of our documents go. And so once the NDA is signed after they've seen the pitch deck and they're interested in learning more, they come into this deal room, and the deal room is has all of our financials, has our projections, where we're going, where we see the revenue coming from, has the business strategy, creative assets that they can see a bunch of samples of what we've actually built, the organizational information. So like an organizational chart that shows like who our team is, what everybody's role and backgrounds are, um, so that they can understand like what part of the team potentially can come with this deal. Then we have the business strategy. So we made a really beautiful, this took a lot of time. This was a solid 6 weeks of work to make this 16-page business plan that goes through the story, the problems, basically just every part of that pitch deck that you see there. We go into a lot more depth. Here are the industry mirrors that we talk about. We've got our first meeting with Yodo coming up next week. They're probably the biggest audio company next to Audible. Um, and all the projections and then the spreadsheets will go into much more details about how we actually are going to fulfill on those projections and what are the pieces of what we're doing that you leverage. So that's that. And then we also created this little business snapshot, which is like a much shorter executive summary that gives like just a really high level thing for somebody to skim and be like, okay, I do want to give the time to the 16-page business plan. So yeah, that is where we're at. Um, According to our current investors in ChatGPT, I think we've got something pretty special here. That I think we've built something that's extremely valuable to the right partner. And so I've got that first meeting today. I feel really excited and prepared, and like this will all um, be worth the incredible effort that it's been over the last 3 or 4 years. So I just wanted to share all of that as an update into kind of what's been happening behind the scenes. This has been on top of like our production schedule and all the Magic Media things that we're doing right now. Just prepping all of the assets and working with our investors to prepare the deal room has been an immense amount of work, but it's been very, very satisfying to see the whole picture come together. Uh, and I'm stoked to have some meetings set up. I've got another meeting next week with another big company who's one of our licensing partners that's interested. And I hope that in 4 or 5 weeks from now, when I do the part 3 of the Magic Kids is Selling series, that we've got some exciting news that this is a done deal. Yeah, that's me. It's amazing. Amazing how much work goes into all the things and selling a company. And I imagine the actual sales process will be its own beast of learning things as well. I'm just so grateful. I mean, we have hundreds and hundreds of original illustrations through all the work that we've done over the years. And so we had so many creative assets to pull from. Um, yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel confident that we've built something that's valuable that somebody's going to be excited to partner or buy, and then the goal is to cash in and run the creative agency side of Magic Kids and not the business marketing engine. It's definitely been a fascinating thought process going through this whole thing of like what it means to, build this thing. It's kind of felt like my precious baby. And then to go through the thought experiment of like what it would feel like to sell this thing that we poured our heart and soul and all the extra money that I have ever earned into Magic Kids. And it's at first there was a lot of resistance and sadness, but on the other side, once we committed that this feels like not the way to like let it go, but to let it evolve, it felt like the necessary thing to do because when I started talking to some different mentors, it was just like, it's been a push to build it. It's been a very big budget to produce all of the content that we have, the licensing partnerships, just like building the whole infrastructure of the app, learning from as we build the app, and every time you update the app, it costs thousands of dollars. Um, and that it just became really clear that we needed to have a partner that could come scale this, that just has the experience to scale. And now that we're moving towards that, it feels like expansion, feels like exactly the perfect direction to go. And I imagine the way that the deal will work, I'll have creative, uh, the ability to influence it creatively and continue writing the stories, which is the best part for me. Um, and on the other side of that is a whole lot of financial freedom as the intention, which is, I think, why we're all one of the big reasons we're all building businesses is financial freedom. And it feels like I'm stepping towards that closer every day, which is pretty exciting.